Hey guys, Albe here once more with the Aprilia Tuono V4 1100RR. This time around I'm gonna take care of something that I wanted to take care for a long time, but I was just trying to wait until I found the perfect part. And I'm talking about the turn signals over here, those gigantic turn signals, and they're gonna be replaced by this minuscule turn signal. So let's put that on, let's see how it looks and if it is visible at all. But enough with the chit chat, let's get on it. Those are Morimoto micro turn signals, and they are really small, so small that I'm wondering if I should keep the rubber extender from the OEM turn signals. But in theory it's a very strong LED, very bright, and should be seen no matter what. They give you plenty of wire, which, because there is an actual connector over here, I'm gonna keep, and I'm gonna use this to connect to the bike itself. First of all, let's remove the OEM turn signals and see what we can do. The turn signal is held in place by a single Allen key over here in the back, and it's actually a 4mm Allen key. The way I do turn signal, it's a little different. I do not unplug the OEM turn signal and remove it all together. What I do, I unplug the wires at the light bulb in there because I want to keep the OEM harness with them, and I found over the years that that's the easiest method for me. And in case I want to put OEM indicators back on, I just need to rewire the OEM harness into the light bulb by just swapping those little clamps or whatever they're called. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the lens up front, which is a Phillips screwdriver. Once I remove the lens, I'm gonna pull the turn signal apart like this. And if you guys look inside, you have a red and a blue wire, and I'm just gonna unplug it. At this point, the wires are free, so I'm gonna grab my 4mm Allen key, and I'm gonna actually remove the turn signal itself. I'm gonna pass the wires back through it. So the OEM is now gone. That was really quick. And now I just need to wire the other blinker on it. You guys know I love clean installations, and this is no exception. So I'm gonna snip those. Now when it comes to the new turn signal, because the little relay it's aside, I can actually unplug it over here and make this whole ordeal much easier. So now I just need to deal with this little snippet over here rather than the whole turn signal. Before I solder them together, I'm gonna put some shrink wrap on them. Obviously it's going to be red with red. And now shrink wrap is gonna cover it. At this very point, time for the bigger shrink wrap to slide on it. So now that it is nice and clean, I'm gonna slide everything in there. Before I go any further, let's see if it works. And it does. Those LEDs are directional, so they need to be pointing in a certain direction. At this point I want to cover up the original screw, so I'm gonna get the OEM screw, I'm gonna put a black washer on it, and I'm gonna stuff it in there. And now we're left with half a mile worth of wire. So what I'm gonna do is stuff it all in there, a little bit of blue Loctite, like that. And now I'm gonna tie it up. Time to get all this excess wire, put it together, and zip tie it to the rest of the wires over here. And done. Now let me check, make sure that nothing gets in the way, nothing touches, nothing gets in the way, and everything is tight. The right side is complete, the turn signal is being installed. It's almost flush with the bike, but let's see how bright it is. So it is pretty bright, and day and night is gonna be seen with no problems when it's on. And when it's off, it's so small you can't even tell it's there. So I'm gonna do the other side and then we're gonna move to the back. It's time to do the back side. Now I have the Evotech tail tidy, so it's a little different than the OEM long license plate holder, but it should be about the same. So because I don't remember what I did to the wiring to swap to this license plate holder, what I'm gonna do is take everything down and start from scratch. I also came prepared. I already removed the seat so we don't waste any time, and I moved out of the way this thing up here, whatever it is, it's hot. Not temperature hot, but current wise. So before you move it aside, you might want to disconnect the battery. So I put those type of connectors on it so that I can actually disconnect them, reconnect it, and if the need arise, I can actually just replace the connectors. Well, it turns out that I ran out of those connectors, so I'm gonna cut them and solder them to the new turn signals. So let's start taking this apart. It's all done. Let's go put it on the bike. Okay, it's time now to see if everything works. License plate light works. They seem to work pretty good, so I'm gonna tie everything up, shove everything back in there, and close everything up. Another installation is complete. The Morimoto pin indicators are very small and very bright. As a matter of fact, There you go. They're very visible during the day and they're even more visible at night. While at the same time, once the indicators are off, you can hardly tell that they actually are there. I like them very much, incredibly bright, and at the same time the bike is slick because they're so small, unbelievably small. For everything I used in this video, check the description down below. There's gonna be a link for everything, including this fantastic Tuono shirt. When it comes to the Morimoto turn signals, they come and go on Amazon, so they might be there, they might not. If not, go to morimoto.com and you can order it there. They're about 22, 25 bucks a pair. So if you like the video, like. If you love the video, subscribe. More mods are gonna come for our Aprilia Tuono over here, and I'm working on a comparison between the Aprilia Tuono and the RS-V4 of about the same year. So stay tuned, right on, and I'll see you next time.